having a root beer float. Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, Mr. Alton Henry, and today I would like to talk to you of another film that I think is severely underrated and gets crapped on a lot. And it's a Marvel film. And I get it, the reason why, but still, it's still a good movie, and I enjoyed it for what it was. And this is Captain Marvel, Brie Larson. Starring Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Jude Law, and Clark Gregg. Which is a story about the origins of Captain Marvel and her, basically Captain Marvel traveling to Earth, and to set in the early 1990s or mid 1990s, like 1995 or 94. And she goes there to infiltrate the Skrulls, or to try to track down the Skrulls, who've inform her that her life has been a lie and she's been working on the wrong side, and she questions her own identity and who she's been, and what side she's fighting for. So then she joins along with Nick Fury, early Nick Fury, to find this quest about her, what really happened to her, the origins of her, and to find to find what her, to try to find who she really is. And this is a fish out of water, something like a buddy comedy, kind of like superhero movie. It's a buddy comedy superhero film, but not more of comedy than it is than, just an action film. It's more buddy cop action. They got the action kind of like formula with Brie Larson, and also known as Captain Marvel, and with Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson. And I think that's really the best strong point of this film. And I'm liking that Marvel's trying to experiment what genres while trying to be consistent with their tone for their franchise. And this one really stood out to me just because I love the formula, and I could see that the two lead actors, Samuel L. Jackson and Brie Larson, had a great time working with each other, and it's nice to see that these two kind of bounce off a bit. It was like the duration of the movie, well, not so much, but to the point where Nick Fury is introduced. It does take it for a ride for a buddy comedy cop like film, and it works. It works to, I think, the best out of the team up buddy kind of like movies that they've tried to attempt in certain MCU films, with Iron Man 3, with let's say this is the best one if they know. Jude Law was great in here. But I think he has a knack of playing roles now where he's like a mentor, a teacher, and then it reveals that he's kind of the antagonist in this film. That's a little of a spoiler for those who haven't seen it, but the movie's been out for almost 4 years. 2019, 2020, yeah, almost 4 years now. Now the Skrulls here, wait a minute, Gemma Chan. Wait a minute, I just realized Gemma Chan's in this film. So wait a minute, did she play the same, holy wait a minute. Wait, I just realized the same actress who was in the Eternals, Gemma Chan, is in this film. She plays one of the Skrulls. Oh snap, she plays one of the Skrulls. Actually no, one of the team members that Denver's was on. Holy crap! So this is our second Marvel movie, but she plays a different character. That's a little trivia. Holy crap! Wow. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. The movie is actually kind of a somewhat of an origin story, but not so much of how the Avengers started. It all starts with Brie Larson and her, um, just her ties in with the scrolls, and then which not really heavily. I like that this film tries to be its own standalone kind of film where there's just little throwbacks, little callbacks to the other Avengers film, but this is more just Carol's Denver's trying to find her identity. It's a fish out of water kind of scenario like film, and I think it really plays out. I love the tribute to the 1990s of this film. It brought so many flashbacks to me watching certain films. They have a True Lies poster in this film. So many nostalgics. Just thinking about it, like I loved it. Like they got a Blockbuster here in this film. Who remembers Blockbuster? I remember Blockbuster. It's one of the best places I used to. I love going to Blockbuster in Hollywood. Videos. Man, times change. I love the '90s nostalgic of this film. It's one of the best I've seen. It does that. And Brie Larson's pretty awesome in this film. And I know in some of the performances she seemed a little bit one note, but here I think she does have a lot of range a bit, but more so just I like it that her character tries to keep all her emotions in, and then when she reveals, when she sees, like when she discovers certain things about her own life, and you can see that she loses control of trying to retain her emotions, and it's really heartbreaking at parts when that's happening. What I really loved, I love certain sequences here where she gets kidnapped and then the scrolls are like looking into her mind and they're really trying to have this little commentary here. It's like, wait a minute, this ain't right. What kind of memory is this where it's revealing like, okay, she had a life on Earth. Something is going on. I love that mystery that plays on in this film with her character. It's like, no, you've been lied to your whole life. You've been brainwashed into living a life that you're not supposed to. And I love that aspect of that film. That you don't get a whole lot of that. It's mostly, I mean, it's kind of done before. I think maybe with Thor a little bit, but I love the aspect where the main character when a main character, a main protagonist finds out something about themselves and it questions their whole reality, and they got to refigure out how to, I guess, find the truth. Even though the truth might be hard, they have to go through this journey of reinventing themselves, and it pays off with this film, and I really loved it. This was a great film. This is one of the best MCU films that I've enjoyed, and I think it stood out to me more. And the movie made $1 billion, but then it's like forgotten. I get it with the hate, with with Brie Larson's attitude, with her, stuck up attitude. But this film is a pretty awesome. This film shouldn't be hated because of that. This I enjoyed it. This is one of the best MCU films because I love that it plays with the buddy genre, but it's also has a lot of surprising twists, turns. Has some good comedy in there. Samuel Jackson's great, even though some of the CGI to make it look younger does show a little bit. But hey, this is one of the best MCU movies that stood out to me, and I think it's underrated. It doesn't get talked about enough, and I think it deserves more attention. Seriously, this movie was pretty freaking good. Man, please comment below if you have seen Captain Marvel. Let me know if you liked it. Share the video because I think the film gets too much hate because of Brie Larson. She's a great actress. If you've seen Room, I recommend checking out Room. I would love to see her feature film debut as a director in Unicorn State, I think it's called. It's on Netflix. I've been wanting to watch that for years now. I just forgot about it, but please check it out. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Captain Marvel. It's now available on Disney Plus. If you have seen it, let me know if you liked it, and I will see you in my next review. And what's your favorite underrated movie?